Hello, I'm Samantha Keeler. I'm here to do a complete bed bath. This is my student ID, and let's start off by knocking on the client's door. I'm gonna knock, and I'm gonna introduce myself. Hi there, Mrs. Smith. I am Samantha. I am here to assist you with your care this morning. I will identify the client through the policy agents, and then after I identify the client, I will explain to her that I will give her a complete bed bath. Mrs. Smith, would you like a urinal, or would Mrs. Smith like to go to the washroom before we start? In this case, Mrs. Smith does not need to go to the washroom, and so we are just going ahead and start. I will sanitize my hands. I have here my supplies, my basin, my toothbrush, my towels, extra clothing, all that supplies needed for this morning. Now place the top sheet. I would then raise the bed at a working height, making sure that the bed rails are raised. If I am going to get the water, put the paper towel here on top of my supplies and check my water temperature with a thermometer. I will then lower the bed rail and make sure she has a pillow under her head so it's flat. Once I've done those, I will see if Mrs. Smith needs oral care. I will raise her bed rail and I will provide for privacy by closing the windows and closing the doors. I will start with washing Mrs. Smith's eyes. Here I have the solution. I will lower the bed rail and start by washing the outer eye, the outer eye first with a new part of the cloth. And then I will wash Mrs. Smith's face and head, her neck and her ears. Pat dry her face. I would just pat dry quickly. I will place this towel under her forearm, only revealing the areas being washed. I will make sure to use long, firm strokes starting at the bottom, up, doing her shoulders and underarms. And her chest. I will then pat dry. I will remove this towel. And do her other arm for the other step. Now, here's where I would remove Mrs. Smith's garment. This would be an appropriate time. She would feel more comfortable. So, now we are going to do her chest and abdomen area. I'm gonna only expose the areas that I'm washing. And here I would check for skin conditions, especially under the breast folds. I can check by going like this under the breast. Once I've washed her chest, I will then do her stomach and abdomen area. I will lower this bottom sheet to her waist without exposing. And again, if she did have food or feces in her hands, I would have to change I would have to change the water before starting the chest and abdomen, making sure that the water temperature is the right Fahrenheit. Now, I will cover Mrs. Smith's up. And then we are going to move on to her legs. Get Mrs. Smith's leg. Start from the bottom up. I can do her feet I will do her feet, and here I can do in between her toes, and I will have a file in case she needs to get her feet and toes washed. She can soak them, or not soak them, but she can get her feet washed if necessary. I will pat dry quickly. Not quickly, just gonna do it. And then I will do this on the other leg. This. Then place a towel under here. And before I start washing Mrs. Smith, I would make sure she's close to me and that I have her in a comfortable position. Now, Mrs. Smith, I'm going to roll you to your side. Make sure she has her back covered. wherever isn't getting washed. Start with long strokes from the bottom to the upper neck. I will do the neck. Pat dry. I can offer Mrs. Smith, after rolling her back, I can offer Mrs. Smith to wash her genital area, her perineal area. And then I will make sure my supplies are put away in its proper cabinet. And I will make sure that I wash my hands and I've opened the doors and windows and made sure that Mrs. Smith is not needing any more assistance from me, the healthcare aide. And I also would make sure that the bed rails are raised up whenever I leave to change the water, or if I leave the bedside.